My browser and internet just fucked up.
But no, I was suggesting like, the Yorkshire pudding is like a type of bread. It's like a popover roll style thing. Like
I didn't know that. I thought it was
it-
pudding.
it's hard to no, it's hard to describe. It's like, so you make a batter, right? And then you put it in, like, imagine there's a specific pan, but it's similar to like a muffin tin. And you put like butter in the bottom of all of the muffin tins and you heat it up in a preheated oven until it's sizzling hot. And then you drop the spoonfuls of batter into the tin, put it right back in the oven, and they like puff up into these really like airy, like bready, like it's like a batter, right? So it's, imagine something cross between, like, if a roll tasted like it was made of like a croissant or a crepe or something like that.
Is
You know,
this
I want
it's
to put the eyeball butter on top of
is
that.
this and bread
Yes.
pudding the same thing?
Yes.
I never know what bread pudding
No.
is. Okay.
bread pudding is when you take bread that's like kind of stale and you make a custard, which is like, yolks, like egg and cream and stuff like that, and sugar, and you pour it over the like chunks of bread, sometimes like berries or caramel or like other sweet flavorings, and then you bake it, and it creates this like
How dare you
bready
be so
custard
culinarily
dessert.
cultured?
Yep, and you could put whiskey as one of the glazes
Mm.
for bread pudding.
Put a
Let's
picture
see
in
how
the
let's do
chat.
that with the eyeball
Oh, thank you.
fucking butter. Yes, it's excellent.
And I don't think we
Those-
need a
those are-
dessert, right? So it would make
No.
sense to have it as like a something more
Oh, you could, yeah, you
cohesive
could
meal
dunk
anyway.
it too.
So yeah, those are Yorkshire
Mhm.
puds.
I'm hungry for Displacer Beast, fucking oxtail stew and wyvern egg Yorkshire pudding.
Next month?
We should
Yep,
do a
next
stew
month.
one night. Yeah, we'll do a
Yeah.
stew one night. If you guys want,
I
I can
think
make
that's-
Yorkshire puddings. I love I have a family Yorkshire pudding recipe. My uncle's
Sure,
famous
I've
for
never had it.
I don't think
So-
I've ever had Yorkshire puddings that are not Lindsay's, but hers are very good. So
Is that so? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
I think that's an
We've
excellent
gotta
plan.
come
That's
up
a
with
with it.
some-
that's a
You
much
can
better
do
use for eyeballs
Yorkshire,
than gravy.
but can't be called Yorkshire. So you better start thinking.
No,
Neverwintershire.
wyvern egg popovers or something. Where are we?
Mm.
We're in Candlekeep.
Why don't we just call it our name?
What?
Indian pudding.
are we trying to come up with like a
Like it has to be
fun name
clever.
for the
It has to
Needs
be
to be
clever
clever.
and bestial, I think. Like,
Displacing stew.
See that?
like I
something
like
with
the
a
idea of
little
potato.
innuendo to it too might be good.
Yeah, like thrashing tail stew or something like cool sounding like that, you know.
Hmm.
While we're thinking through this, Samaris is taking claws off of the big displacer beast.
Ooh, yeah, we should.
Oh yeah,
totally
no, we're
serve it
taking
in
the whole
something
head.
cool.
We need to turn in our bounty. We need to...
She's just taking the claws for her own purposes. But while we're conversing.
Yeah, good idea.
Are you going to eat those Samaras?
Nope. Did you want some to eat? I don't need all of them.
Please, they are not giving me any.
Oh, are you skin and bones, Akumu?
I have not eaten good meal since the Displacer Beast in woods. I'm very hungry.
That's true.
That
And
was
he
like-
did carry the big guy all this
You
way.
know how hard
like-
it is to eat,
Like when you
not
like
eat
throw
it when it's
treats
in
for a
you.
dog to catch in the air. She's like throwing like the nails she doesn't need up in the air for Akumu to catch.
Akumu instinctively rolls over. Just kidding.
Um,
Oh,
Like
I did-
scratches his ear and his leg goes.
Paul.
one of the things I was gonna try and do was, so can we check in with this guy with like the, head of the whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is the chef at the hearth.
Mm-hmm. And Lorelai just kind of wanted to like ask him, like we've obviously.
Wait. You want to have a meeting with me? I'm in the middle of preparation for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a very big day.
Oh, we should have told you guys very big ego.
Oh, okay. What's tomorrow?
What is
I'm not asking
tomorrow?
in game.
We
I'm not
you
asking
don't
in game.
understand? You would
Lindsay's
not know what
asking
is
you
asking for
guys.
tomorrow. You come into my place and you do not know.
Competition.
Messed
Oh,
up.
so we have until tomorrow. Okay. Got it. Okay, so Laura, knowing that this guy is like a pompous, whatever, would go in and, use all her best flourishy manners and stuff. Oh, most accomplished chef.
So I'm going to
if you
frame
can-
this for you because he is the active cook for the hearth. So you go up to the bar, you ask for him and everything. And they're like, he's kind of in the middle of it. So
Well, I was
I'm
gonna go back to him.
and
to the
then with
kitchen.
your natural persuasion and charm, they allow you
Yeah.
back there. So you're in the back and he's in the kitchen. It's like, shing, shing, shing. Get it out there. Okay. We need some more of these cockatrices. Chop it up. Chop, chop. Go. What is this? This is the cut of this. What is it? The terrible cuts. This is not how you cut cockatrices. And he kind of slams his hand like on the camera. It's like, I cannot get any good help. Who are you?
I'm one of the contestants tomorrow, and I wanted to know if there were.
No autographs. You come back tomorrow for the signings. We are in the middle of trying to get some Christ tacos going, okay?
Of course. Anything I can do to help?
Roll a persuasion check.
Uh, 26.
Sure. Cut this cock.
Ah,
Okay. I mean, Lorelai, is a very dexterous individual. She's very accomplished with daggers and knives. I will say there are some skills that she has that would lend themselves well. To
My
this.
question, though, is does Lorelai have culinary expertise at all?
Not with beasts like a cockatrice,
Mhm.
but keep in mind, Lorelai comes from very humble beginnings, and she was.
I'm not saying
like,
one
they
thing
were-
like you. Yeah, I just want to hear you kind of build it
She
into your
until
backstory.
she
With
was like 14, and they made her start working at the brothel. She was a servant girl who like helped out in like a scullery maid kind of kid, right? Like she was helping out in kitchens and cleaning stuff out, and like she did like manual labor as a child. And
Okay.
I'm sure assisting in the kitchen would have been a part of that.
Yeah, because what I would say it's going to be a survival check because that's how I want to be able to utilize that with the food and the picking it off, but at advantage because of how dexterous she is. It's not a very high
Okay.
DC. But he's like, sure, you pretty lady, you think you can do this? Come over here to the cockatrice and chop it. Show them how to slice. Get it nice on the tendons, eh?
Survival. Gosh. Okay.
It's at advantage, and I'm not saying it's a very tough DC, but it still is more of a cooking challenge here. Oof.
I got 19.
Yeah, there it comes.
oh,
You see, I told you, along the tendons and along the bones. You're hired. Get to work. Okay, so we get you some potatoes. You chop those up, and we need to get some flour needed for the taco parts of this.
Lorelai will. How much time is she gonna invest into this? Here's Lorelai will spend how is it like the beginning of the dinner rush, or are we like
Sure.
pumping it out at the end
Yeah.
here?
And it's not necessarily the dinner rush. You notice he's working on a special project. And if you were here last week, you would notice he's probably making some sort of cock dog or taco, like some weird creation.
I'm gonna work with him. I'm gonna be as helpful as I can, and during that time, try and like get a little bit like as part of conversation and stroking his ego, try and get a little bit of info on like the competition for tomorrow. Like she's particularly interested, like what are the cooking facilities that we'll be working in? Like
I
how
told you,
long do we
I'm-
have?
You would all know that essentially it is, you guys just need to bring a dish tomorrow, and
Okay.
you guys have to do it yourselves, essentially.
This is not
Mhm.
Master Chef where you're like timed and things.
Exactly.
it's more
It's
like a
bring the
pie
dish.
contest.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay. She
Or
will then
chili con.
instead spend that time stroking his ego with the intent of making him like her a bunch and want to look more favorably upon the group.
Roll an insight check. Okay, continue to do it how you would like to try to do it.
I already said that that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna
Yeah.
do her, work hard for until there's a natural stopping point in like this whatever. If he gives her a bag of potatoes, she'll like do that and stuff like that, and then she'll probably waste an hour and a half max, helping him out with this, and say like, well, we've got to do our own preparations for tomorrow.
Mhm,
We want to make
mhm.
sure to dazzle you with a dish befitting the challenge.
Well,
And
as
so
you
I
know
would
how
like
to
it
cut the cock, so this is good for you. This is good.
Thank
You better be on the
I'm
best
very
though,
experienced.
because Chef Nebest from Baldur's Gate is going to be here. It's going to be
I
so.
was gonna ask.
It's going to be a good one.
Perfect.
Well, I've got tons of experience with the cocks, so I know how to cut them up real good.
You might want to be careful using the
Octopus
term cock. Apparently, you should not use that word around children, but the children in the back they're fine. They hear worse back here.
It's whatever.
You look in the back, and there's
I
little
heard
kids
worse.
being like used as like kitchen work in the back, apparently.
Yeah. Yep. No child labor laws in this land. So there's you mentioned Chef from Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, chef is best.
Stiff competition. We'll have to do our best.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple other people, but I don't know their names.
Not worth mentioning then.
Mm.
She'll see her way out.
I was gonna ask if I could do a tag team with Lorelai and be like, so did you hear any prominent names?
Yeah, and I would
Maybe
tell the
some
group everything that I
sabotage
found
tomorrow?
out. Obviously, she was trying to butter him up and gain info, so she'll let you guys know everything she heard. Why? Do you know them? That person?
Oh no, I just know plenty of ways to sabotage a dish to make it disgusting without being dangerous.
Nice. That's a great plan.
I agree.
Why do you know how to do that?
Survival.
Because I am an herbalist.
Oh yeah. So
Oh,
you should definitely helm the cooking part.
I thought you were gonna put some of your fur in their dish.
Oh my god, could Archie
You know,
could Archie help
my
Warden
food recently has been
sabotage the food?
You
With
could,
the
if
furs.
you want to.
Could I
My
use
food has been
my mischief skill for it?
Oh my god, I forgot about
We'd
the
have to
Yeah.
see. We would have to see tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
First, I have to cook.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Can we oh my god, guys. We should find this chef and get him super drunk so he's not on the top of his game.
I don't know if we know what he is.
Well, we just heard this guy's name. Can I look around? Can we make a perception check around around the area, around
No,
the
it's-
tavern?
This will be an
and-
investigation
it's
to
Trevor.
try and
Oh,
find
wait,
information.
Investigation,
if
even
he's
better.
here.
Can we do an investigation check to
Mhm.
try and find him?
Is this something I
else?
could guide? I mean, I figured maybe not because it's ongoing.
No, you could.
Oh, sure, guidance.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were giving me the help action. I rolled twice.
Oh, I would rather give you the help action.
Lindsay, what is it with you nat ones? This is so wild. It's so wild.
You know,
I think it's because you
I
take so much
think
initiative with things, so you're the one usually
I
making
know,
rolls. So I think
roll
it just
a
comes
lot.
up a lot. Yeah, you roll.
It
Yeah,
does. And you know what? I embrace the nat ones.
yeah.
I
It does
think
create
that
some
it's
excitement for sure.
Like that
I think the
moment with
help
the 3 nat
action.
ones in a row.
Yeah,
With
it
you
was
setting
good.
off
It
the
led to a lot of
was
excitement.
incredible.
That was so much
You
I
know,
fun.
made
who
some
I'm so glad
friends
you embrace
in
it.
Valhalla.
Who knows what exactly? Who knows what I missed with that insight roll? But I'm excited to find out. But yeah, that's when it's not a nat one, it's a 23.
Yeah, 23. Yeah, you ask around. There's only one potential place someone could be if they were staying in Candlekeep. The public can stay at the House of Rest, which is connected to the hearth. So you do check with the inn and such. And oh yeah, Chef Nebest is here, and he's got a room and also secured one of the extra dimensional meeting rooms.
Shit.
We should do that. We should just secure an extra dimensional meeting room. We need somewhere to cook, right?
Oh, extra dimension.
Don't we have your fancy fucking boat?
I guess it has a mess hall on it, right?
Probably has a mess hall.
Hypothetically,
Yeah.
it would. Yeah.
I gotta
I like
feed
that
an
as an idea
army.
for you guys to try and figure out how to cook. Yeah. There'd have to be some sort of basic cooking, but I guess maybe, funny enough, I'm going to roll because of weird reasons I'll explain after I roll. I don't think, no, they would. The Astral Sea is a weird place where a lot of people can live forever and not have to eat. And the Astral Elves are from there, but they're currently not on the astral plane. So therefore they would need to have some sort of facilities to cook. But instead they just DoorDash because I rolled low. So they don't actually cook on the
Instead
ship. They
what?
just DoorDash.
Or dash.
They dimension
There's no
DoorDash.
cooking on the ship.
Yeah,
So they don't have
No.
I'm being sarcastic. They will have cooking on the ship. I think that's a
Okay.
clever solution.
Okay.
But I love the idea of the dimension
I
DoorDashing.
was knowing the Dimension DoorDash.
Oh
Jail
god.
for that joke.
Instant migraine. For that one, that fucking joke.
Yeah, so there's cooking
Okay,
facilities.
perfect.
It's not going to
Okay.
be chef culinary like expert.
It's a stew.
Yeah.
We got this.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Yep.
We should totally try and
Yeah. Okay.
find this chef and butter him up and get him drunk.
And also
Yeah.
destroy his ingredients.
I was thinking the same thing. Smears can sneak around. If you can get him, if we can
Distract
figure out
him.
where he is, distract him, and we figure out where his stuff is and that the
Probably
extra
that meeting room
dimensional
he reserved.
room.
Yeah.
It would be. It sounds like a man. No, the chef.
I think so.
Or no elbow Lorelei. Huh? A little distraction. That's
Lorelai
all we
rolls her eyes and like pulls her, we boost her cleavage up a little bit more. All right, let's do it.
You need assistance?
Oh,
Caleb.
come on, Caleb.
We don't. You know what? I might not be his type.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
D4 here is I just rolled for a
entirely
sexual
possible.
orientation.
What did you roll? What did you-
He has
A
4?
3 out of 4, so you guys will find out what that means.
Oh shit! What's that
Ro-
mean?
roll
This is
for
so
a-
exciting.
Like Kinsey scale roll.
What is it like? Straight, gay, bi.
roll for an age
You don't
preference.
know. We have to know.
I know, right? We'll figure it out. So
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
someone should. Is Caleb handsome? Is Caleb classically handsome?
56.
My kind of man.
56-year-old.
Funny enough, the one person in this current group who has successfully seduced somebody has been Caleb. That's from what I remember. On the casino ship, the chick.
Lorelai's sexy.
Excuse me.
Lorelai's-
You've seduced lots of
I
people.
seduce cougars all the time.
Yep.
Prolux's mom.
There's flirting and seduction, and then there was what Caleb did during a huge high stakes
Yeah.
stake when keep someone distracted, made a ton of rolls, and
Yep.
and made Lorelai's arch rival fall in love with him temporarily.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's-
happened
That's
to her?
right.
It's 'cause she was
Um,
spilled.
She was also a bitch.
Yeah.
But can we inquire of the person who was manning the desk here how to book an extra dimensional space and where it would show up? Like ask for like, oh, can you give us a tour of the facilities? I want to make sure.
Sure. I mean, over down that hallways, the different meeting rooms. If you want a meeting room, you just gotta fill out, make sure there's some available. First come, first serve.
Okay. Thank you. We'll go check it out.
All right.
Cool.
Or,
Doesn't seem
I
like
mean,
security's super strict.
Just make sure you grab a key if you want to go in.
Oh yeah, sure.
And if you want to check one out, make sure you check it out.
How can we tell from the outside if they're occupied, or do we knock, or?
I mean, you just gotta have a key and we'll give you access to the one that you need. I know which ones are available back here.
Oh, okay. Then how much is it?
Oh, they're free for anybody.
Oh, could we have one, please? Then.
I mean, you're limited to a certain amount of time, but if you need more time, then it would cost a little extra.
Thank you.
How much time?
How much time do you need? Usually a free for the students and such here. It's about an hour.
Okay. Thank you so much. And she's gonna
What's your
walk away.
purposes of using the meeting room?
She's gonna walk away, and then actually she's gonna like stop and snap her fingers like she remembered something. You know what? Actually, I think our friend did book one. did Chef Nesbit already have a meeting room here?
Oh, you asked me about him. I told you he's got a meeting room here.
Oh, dang it. That's the same person.
Mhm. It was the same front desk person. Yep.
Lorelai wouldn't have like done that, like turned
know.
around and asked the same person. Yeah, sorry. I thought we had a different person. My B.
Um,
Uh, She'll look around at the group. Do you guys want a meeting space, or can we just hang out in the common areas?
Free, no?
Okay. All right, we're good. But thank you so much.
Samaris
Samar-
does hang back.
Oh, funny enough. Let's go ahead, Samaris. What were you gonna do? I was gonna do something.
Oh, was he gonna say something?
I was about to do something, but with Samaris in the scene. But I would like to hear what you're gonna say first.
Okay. She was gonna hang back for a second and be like, and slide like 5 gold across the counter. What did this Chef Nesbit look like? I don't know. Probably doesn't make much.
Takes 5 gold, slides it across. I might know something about Chef Nesbit, but I have a question for you first. Did you really get a chance to... Were you really a beta reader for the... you know?
Was that
What?
the troll?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you got a chance to read it? We've all been waiting on him to finish it. What were you thinking?
Fuck is
It's the
wrong with
second
these
for her to
people?
process, and she's kind of like staring Slapshot, and then she's like,
It's a friendly reminder, it's a nat 1 on the writing of it. When I wrote for it, I'm pretty sure it was a nat 1.
Yeah.
There are people that like
I
it.
mean, you know, being a beta reader is a really sacred privilege, and
Mhm, mhm.
I wouldn't want to.
He usually keeps it
You
really
know.
close to himself, you know, but
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
couple people
and so I
overheard you
wouldn't
say
wanna
something
be-
about the trolls.
spilling secrets, just for
He slides the 5 gold back over to you across the counter.
I might still have it on me.
I think you might actually. You just
I
said
think I
something to him,
do.
right? Yeah. I hope you.
I might have an advanced copy if you could tell us where this Chef Nesbit.
I'm going to ask you an honest question above table. This has
Yeah.
nothing to do with you have it, but I have an honest question. Did you put in your inventory at some point troll smut?
I don't think so.
I don't. If you did, I was going to give you inspiration. That's all. I don't think anyone would have, but I would have definitely given inspiration for putting troll smut into your
Too
inventory
normal.
somewhere.
I
I-
would never
I
need to
would've-
be reminded
yeah.
that I have that.
If Bree was here, it would have been in there.
Bree doesn't know what smut is. Sorry.
Well, Bree has recorded every item that's been.
Yeah, that's nothing to do with being smut. It's just with the character logging every item in the
Okay,
world.
fair enough.
But
That's
yes,
great.
you have the troll smut for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In that case, yeah, no. She would be like, well, I might have a advanced copy to share with someone who has something to share in turn.
Let me see it. Let me make sure it's real.
Show him the cover.
She stands.
It's a
takes
beta
60
reader. I don't
steps-
know if it's got a cover, unfortunately, but
she
Archie
takes
would look
60
for the
steps
pictures.
back and brings out her pocket. It's so crumpled, and she just kind of like tries to smooth it real quick.
He's just kind of peeking to see if he can see like the author's name or whatever, and let's just say he does.
There's no pictures. I already checked.
Okay,
What?
I'll tell you which room he's got, which meeting room he's got, if you give me the arc.
She looks at it. I might need. This is just, this is
What?
gonna be worth
I just gave you 5 gold,
so much one day.
What more do you want?
That was my 5 gold.
and then I gave it back to you. It was mine, and then after I owned it, I gave it back to you.
Okay.
Got you there.
Sure. Yeah. What room's he in?
He's in meeting room 42,
Okay.
This
How
is
do
in 42.
and he's
there-
got
What's the key situation?
the key for it.
Is he in there right now?
Probably he's got it for a long time. I think he's one of the cooks. I mean, for the competition. I think
Well,
he's probably
yeah.
set
His
up in
name
there.
is Chef Nesbitt. I think he's one of the cooks.
I mean, there's some people that are here that are just fans of Mr. Group, you know. They're just fanboying and fangirling. But there's, even through the extra dimensional, you can sometimes, if he opens the door, you get a good whiff. Sounds good.
Mm.
Do you know who he's making?
Oh, no. I have no idea.
Do your extra dimensional spaces come equipped with cookware?
Oh, no. What? Above table, I'm giving Samaris the benefit of the doubt that she did say she was kind of over by herself. But if she wants other people to
yes,
include,
sorry.
she can. But
No, you're good.
she was kind of like doing this on
Yeah.
the sly, I feel like. So
I think she would ask though. Like she's confused about like how is he cooking in one of these like study rooms?
I mean, it's an extra dimensional space, and people do different projects in there. I'm sure he just brought his own gear. You can get away with a lot with
Right.
these extra dimensional spaces, because if somebody fucks one up, we just get one going. I mean, the Vow don't really necessarily like that when you do it, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal.
The who?
The Avowed, you know, Kano Keep staff.
Oh, yeah, them. Uh-huh. All right. Well, here's your weird incestuous troll smut.
Incest!
Fun.
Spoiler alert! Oh, God!
Oh my god.
And I don't say this to anyone ever, but maybe go to church, buddy. See ya.
I'm sorry, I'm very distracted by Lauren's cat. Her tail is like
Yeah.
right in the camera, and that's not a
Hilarious.
complaint. It's like a poofy little tail. Arrow. Yeah, so you slide it over. I love that you've added incest to it, because I don't think I described incest
No,
last time.
you did that. You did.
Did
that.
I? I
Yes.
remember it was about
You did.
2 trolls. There was an incest. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I wrote
It was part of the Nat one,
It was a part of that one. Okay, that's
Yes.
fair.
along with detailed feet
This
stuff.
is my. Oh no, it's gonna Bertha and Bertho. That's the only things I wrote down.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who suggested that they were siblings, but I'm
siblings.
pretty sure it was you.
No.
Okay,
it was-
I might have. I'm so
was-
funny. I just
No.
remember the
Arch-
trolls
Archie.
and it being
I'm
bad.
proud of myself for writing a note, even though it's
Yeah.
so unimportant.
Hey,
walks
it
by
ended up being
his,
it ended up coming in handy.
Archie walks by his desk and he like leans over. Go to page 54. Thank me later.
I'm gonna roll a perception check. Sorry, hold on one sec.
Okay.
One sec.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, okay. I just wanted to see if I heard that.
What part? Like Archie's comment?
Just the fact that that he knows where anything in
The
that.
spicy stuff is.
Yeah,
Where the spicy stuff starts.
Warden
You can
wants some
roll a
information.
sleight of hand here or stealth if you want, Archie, or you can let Warden
Reading
roll.
this as we're walking along the road.
Yeah.
Got keen
the
hearing.
entire trip back, he.
Hey guys, check out this part. And he's like trying to read it to
I just
everybody.
remember thinking he was like
Ah,
complaining.
DJ!
Oh, just
Yeah.
Oh,
Barely.
holy
I'm just
ammunition.
imagining that he was like complaining about like how long the trip is and how they have to walk, and he's like, "Oh,"
Yeah.
and Snares just pulled it out and was like, "Here, read this. Shut up."
He got so engrossed.
Warden is now aware that Archie enjoys incestuous troll porn.
Yeah. He didn't say that he enjoys it. Okay, he just told him where the spicy part was.
Does Warden know
Kinda
what it
further
is?
out.
Does he knows it's incestuous troll porn?
I think he listened to the conversation that was happening between Samaris or not. Yeah, Samaris.
I think we
and-
absolutely would have discussed this at some point.
Yeah, I mean that's
We
fair.
really
Yeah,
We
yeah.
needed to debrief.
Okay, so Warden heard that comment by
Good
Archie
to know.
in
Good
those
to know.
contexts.
Good to know.
Go ahead. We're gonna
Um,
need shame me.
King Shamer, King
I
Shamer.
want
Yeah,
to
be
do
shamed. Literally,
so much
you're
worse than
trying.
shame
You're
you.
trying to shame
Mhm.
the shameless. That's funny.
Okay, so you know
don't
which
need to
room he
shame
currently
me.
has.
It's It's ammunition. I'm not trying to shame you. I can just use it whenever I need to.
Oh, I'm sorry, Warden, or Archie doesn't read martial arts books, but how to be one with the wind.
Well, maybe you'd be better off reading martial arts books than Incestuous Trollborn.
Nah, I'm good.
That's how he works his
No,
game.
you're not. No, you're
Or
not.
pass.
Yeah, define good.
Yeah. So it's way
Okay.
more entertaining.
Oh,
So
fucking
Samaris
hilarious.
delivers that information about where the
Room
about that it's
42.
room 42.
What time of day is it?
We did establish it was kind of like just before dinner, right? Like a bit of a dinner rush, I
Just before
think.
dinner?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want
evening.
to do 3 specific things. One, I want to see if I can get like one of the chef what was his name? Nesbit.
Nesbit.
I want to see if I can get one of his cookbooks.
Nesbest.
Nesbest.
Where the fuck did I write it down?
That might help.
Nebest.
I want
Chef
his cook- I want to
Nebest.
see if Nebest. I want to see if I can get one of his cookbooks.
Roll an investigation check.
Oh shit. I'm not good at those. Hey, 20.
20.
Oh, nice.
Sure, you find. One second.
Couldn't have rolled that 19 at any point during that combat, but hey, at least I found a cookbook.
hmm
Okay. Yeah, you were able to. Apparently, there's a big culinary scene in Candlekeep at the Hearth. So, in the gift shop, you're able to find.
I hear you making a name for it.
The best recipes you'll ever need.
That's excellent. That's pretty good. Okay. And then after I get that, I guess it's.
Oh, that'll be
I
5
want
gold.
to- I've 5 gold?
I'm just fucking with you. It'll be a silver piece.
Okay, that's. You wouldn't believe where I've been recently.
You mean, to be fair, try me. You do have the kind of random fucking weird people coming to Candlekeep all the time? We're a hotbed for weirdos.
Would you believe we killed Zariel, the Archduchess? Yeah, Archduchess.
I do know who that is, but I don't really believe you killed her. Hard to kill a
Okay,
demon or a
Take your
devil.
silver piece.
Hmm? Oh.
Take your silver piece.
I'm sorry, sir. You coming here with tall tales? Okay. There you go.
Who spits
Anyway,
out the head of
I get.
Zariel on the desk.
Holy fuck! What the fuck is that?
like a dog, and they got like that. It's like that noise where they're like,
Oh my gosh. Do you know what I'm imagining? Is that Akumu is a hamster. And the hamster pouch in their cheeks where they'll store food. Oh, did you say that earlier? I missed that. I'm so sorry. That's so.
No, there's a lot of just
he just stores body parts.
To be fair, though, I cannot imagine Akumu allowing Zariel's head to be stored. He would have eaten that shit. But if that's what you want, 100%, that's just
brain is
me
the-
as a fan talking about it. I'm just like,
the
I love
brain
it.
is 100% the best part. That's what he goes for.
Mm.
Yeah, the
That's
skull
first
might
thing
still
to
be
go.
there.
Okay. Yeah, you throw it out. He's like, well, what the fuck is that? Wait, no. Wait, no. We just
Exciting.
like established that you probably ate it. So just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy it. I hope you like seafood.
Seafood. Okay. Anyway, sorry. 4 things technically. The first thing was that. Second thing, I want to go over with Lorelai what his like famous dishes might be.
Good question. Good idea.
Okay.
Like so she knows about him.
Mm. Okay.
Third thing I want to do is give her a dose of something that would put somebody to sleep. And then fourth thing, I want a dose of concentrated wormwood.
Okay. What is this dosage of thing to put people to sleep? Where is this coming from? What is that?
I don't know.
Are you trying to
is
make
it-
him spit it out? Are you trying to
All the
get
shrooms
hallucinations?
you
No,
found.
well, kind of. essentially, I'm hoping that that role was, something that Lorelai would be appealing, and he'd invite her in for some wine, and she would make him.
So
go to sleep,
Warden's
and
not
then-
just going to
and
be able to
then-
go, I have a sleep poison. You'll have to craft it or like figure it out and
Yeah,
stuff.
sure.
And while you're like, you guys, it's evening and you're going to need to cook for tomorrow. So I'm not trying to push you away from it, but you have to going to really use your consideration here that you're then going to go use a couple hours to make a sleep potion. Like, I'm not saying you can't.
I got help. We can do this.
Who here has the skills to help with the alchemical thing here?
All you have to do is just boil some cabbage, just take the water from it.
Archie has alchemist
Or
supplies.
lettuce.
There you
I
go.
think it's part of like the blood hunter stuff.
So if you two of you would like to go spend a couple hours making a sleep thing, we can make rolls for it 100%.
The concentrated
is,
wormwood
in
is
a couple
specifically.
hours, in a couple hours,
Nope.
he'll probably be done and going to bed for the night. And like
True.
we'll just be doing finishing touches tomorrow, which is why I say, we go in flirt, I'd be like, oh, I'm such a fan.
I guess
went
we
to this
don't need the sleep necessarily,
Yeah.
but the concentrated wormwood is just for not poisoning his ingredients, but making them taste really bad.
Okay, roll an investigation check to find
That's-
wormwood.
Let's see if I have some in my pack. Why
It's
am I
a-
rolling?
And I
I've
can slip
never.
it into some of his prepped ingredients.
It's a pretty just
Hey, 19.
19.
Nice.
You needed a nat 20 to have the exact thing you needed in there. I'm really sorry, but the DC was like at least a 20. So I think you needed a nat 20 with your roll. I'm sorry to be cruel on that, but just coming up with having exactly what you want in your pack was a very high DC.
Could also be anything really bitter or terrible tasting.
Archie has alchemist supplies. Is there like anything in that?
I don't want to
Okay.
poison people, Archie.
Listen,
Well,
we're just
I'm
gonna
gonna-
make him shit himself.
I'm
okay?
going to say this. Think of, there's probably practical things you can think of that might do the job you need. I'm sure there's plenty of things in the world that can
I'm
make somebody's
thinking
food terrible.
I'm thinking
like poop.
Just saying, I'm
thinking
Give
of
me equalize.
fantasy before modern technology. Wormwood's bitter.
It is.
Those-
I
Let's put some cilantro in there.
I could also just steal all of his shit. I mean, honestly, we could just steal it all.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna like go in there and like switch his salt and sugar shake or something like that. Like
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
my
yeah.
God. What a more practical solution.
So I'm not trying to be cruel, but I'm like, there's simple things you can do. That's probably like, it doesn't take much to fuck up a recipe, right? Just like,
yeah.
Oh my God,
That's
what's
his portion
I need
control.
to. Warden is
wait,
going through a
so-
crisis right now. He's like digging through his fucking herbalism pack. He's like, all I have in here is stuff to make potions that can stop someone from dying, and stuff that can make people twice as fast as they are. I don't have
Archie
any
goes-
wormwood. Where's the wormwood?
I can kill him.
Shut the fuck up.
That is
Shut the fuck up.
We could just piss in
I'm
it.
here to help.
Yep. Piss and
Guys,
poop.
everyone take a chill pill. This is not a life or death situation. Not everyone in the world are crazy traumatized adventurers like us who this is a cooking competition. We're not.
This
for
is
limited
real.
edition book, I guess the cauldron is very, it's fun in its
No
own
one
way,
is
but it's so funny.
pissing in
I love that.
anything.
Akumu offers to eat him.
I honestly
gonna-
forgot about the prizes. I just want to win.
We this is a problem.
But I gotta poop.
Yeah,
I could
think so.
threaten him until he just drops out of the competition.
Or
Fuck it.
Or-
Let's kidnap him. Fucking-
Let's kidnap him.
why? Or what?
Mm.
He's just some chef. I
We
didn't
could
go in
just
there.
steal the book.
It's a fucking book. It's not Vecna's book. We already won that one.
No. The book
love-
is like something
I-
about killing vampires,
I
so that's
fucking
why we
love
want
the
it.
idea
Oh, yeah,
of like
that's
a fucking group of like crazy powerful adventurers stooping this low. Cooking competition.
We're lost without our ship. We're having a midlife crisis.
Yep.
How about this? How about a couple of us go in who are like less intimidating individuals, right? Like Samaris, myself,
Who?
maybe Calum.
Hey,
Archie goes, Warden.
Wait. Samara's not intimidating? What?
You're not. I mean, no.
Plus
Hear me
11 to intimidation.
Okay, no. There is
Exactly.
I see what she's made.
Let me finish. Let me finish, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Like, Ishka is a giant dragon lady with like 5 swords strapped to her back. We have another giant samurai with 10 swords strapped to her back. And then, no offense,
Those are
Warden,
tentacles.
you've had a rough go of it
Well,
recently.
keep
You
in mind
are
though,
very-
Warden.
Now
No,
Warden looks
yeah.
really good right now.
Yeah,
He got
looks
restored by
most
the
of
wish.
damage he
Yeah.
took
Yeah.
was psychic damage.
maybe
However,
like,
I'm also really tall and scary looking.
Probably any skitters.
Well, you
Probably
have beautiful mane now
Taylor.
and stuff, right? Because of
Yeah.
the
What, like
the
a
wish
charisma
spell.
bonus?
Yeah.
That's true.
No, you just don't
And
look like
you
a
were saying
skittering
that
nightmare
it's-
anymore.
I don't look like a fucking decomposing.
I can
Yeah.
turn
On
down
2
the
legs.
intimidation though, and if you
Yeah,
could
there's-
distract him with your feminine wiles, I could slip, do
Yeah.
something.
Do some sleight of
Yeah,
hand.
but what happens if he
Yeah.
doesn't like women?
Samaris,
Like,
will you
well,
please
that's
describe to me how
not-
you're going to
You're the
turn down your
Archie.
intimidation?
Definitely not the Archie.
You know, brush her
So
hair
you want
and
me to
not
go in there and
She's gonna try to smile, but it's not gonna
Yeah,
go well.
exactly.
Or you could just like
Archie,
go for like neutral, like don't glare. Maybe like brush your hair. Just a tip.
listen, I think I got
I
this.
did brush it, Lorelai.
This is just like last week. You missed it, Lindsay. They're like, we assumed you were an orphan, Samaritans.
And she's like, "No, my parents were alive."
I'm like, they're fine. Like they're well
Yeah.
adjusted.
Yeah.
I mean,
Someone said you,
You
you
know,
give off
Archie-
orphan
Oh,
energy.
Oh yeah, Archie was like, yeah, you give off orphan vibes.
Ironically, Lorelai is the orphan.
That's
I am
true.
Also, the warden is
That's
also
true.
an orphan.
True.
I lost my entire people, and you seem like more of an orphan than I do.
Well, to be fair, Warden, at least our dads aren't like, and she's gonna kind of like look towards, some of the other members of the party with some certain
Oh.
dad issues.
look at Archie.
the other half.
Well, I was going to say Archie. The
Yeah.
last time you tried to seduce somebody, you weren't even aware that you were doing it. So
Yeah, that's just how good I am.
I say
The
we go
Dom.
in with
Oh yeah.
a kind of
Yeah, me.
excited, bright-eyed, like, oh, we're so pumped for this competition. We've heard great things about you. Good luck. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, so impressed to get to compete against someone of your caliber.
Let's be honest.
Joke,
Who's got good?
jokesy, flirty,
Who's got the best charisma? I think
I do.
Okay,
Lorelai.
yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I am fairly certain that I have higher charisma than you do, Caleb.
I have very high charisma. Thank you very much.
You have a +0, right?
Wait, but
plus
Hiromi has really good charisma too.
Plus
Romy
one.
does.
hmm
Oh, we have the same.
+3.
You have +3, Ishka,
I got.
Yeah.
and then
What do I got?
Hiromi.
Plus
What's your
5.
Here's a
Social.
question about Hiromi. Would she?
I mean,
I mean,
maybe.
she would play along, but honestly, she would be like one of those people where you're like, all right, be nice, be pleasant, kind of kiss his ass a little bit, and she would be like really awkward about it. But it might
I
just
feel like-
work. Maybe he's into it. I don't know.
I feel like Hiromi's charisma is that kind of charisma that like people who are like, when you see like a strong silent type, it's like they don't say a lot, but when
Yeah.
they say something, people listen. You know what I
What
mean?
was
Like,
that one guy's name in the
quiet
fucking
respect.
the tavern? Him? I forget his name.
Uh,
It's been such a long time.
Thorpe.
Thorpe. Oh
Thorpe.
my
Thorpe.
God, Thorpe. I missed Thorpe.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what's your
Hiromi done
charisma?
broke
your
his heart.
persuasion?
My persuasion is plus 10.
Okay, I have a +16.
I have a +1 if that's of any
Nice.
assistance.
I'm a +1 also.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Let us go
We
in.
could-
Fuck it.
We're a charismatic bunch, you guys. We got
Yeah,
this.
we'll be fine.
And
We'll
so
be
then our resident sleight of hand queen over here is gonna switch up some salt and sugar shakers, maybe pour like a giant pinch of hot peppers into something that's clearly not supposed to have hot peppers or something.
yeah.
In fact, here,
Oh,
that's something we
I'm-
can do. I'm sure we have like we went to a market or something, right, to like get other
Ooh.
ingredients.
You guys
Archie
went,
can talk
but I'm
to
not.
rats.
Again, I'm not saying you guys have that because you weren't planning on a hot dish. So unfortunately, you're not just going to have hot. All of a sudden, If you guys had, if somebody had been RPing out their character being a chef and cooking all the time, it'd be different.
Sure.
But this is
Yeah, to be
all
fair,
out of
Lindsay
left field for
wasn't here.
everyone. Not, but
I wasn't.
that's my point though.
But
Even
we
if she
also wouldn't be
was here,
shopping for
yeah,
really
you wouldn't have been
cool
shopping
ingredients.
for hot spices and stuff in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't our ball game. Here's what I will do though, and she's going to take out nutmeg, which is commonly used in Yorkshire puddings for flavoring,
Do I have
and this stuff is super strong. You're only supposed to use like a grate of it,
Can
like
it
grate
get you
a little
high?
fresh.
Did I read about this somewhere in
Hmm?
a book? Can nutmeg get you a little?
I have no idea. It's a very powerful flavor though, and it's in large quantities, extremely disgusting, super potent. Like you will add like
Yeah,
a
take it.
teeny bit of this as like a little bit on lots of like cream based things, and it's really good. But like not, it's
Yeah,
great in
do that.
gravies. But, like
Right.
if you add anything more than a little bit, it's really unpleasant. So if there's anything like any finished, like, oh, this sauce over here is
You-
finished or something that they're not gonna
I have an
taste
idea.
it.
If all else fails, just dump water in all of the seasonings and just seal them back up.
I do have vials of blood.
Don't.
We're
That's
not again.
no.
We're gonna keep it
That's
to
gonna
like
poison people.
culinary
Caleb,
sabotage.
we
Not
are.
like
We can give him some of Akumu's blood.
everyone tone
Which I
down
do
the
have.
No, you have to understand that if we give blood to
Turn
these
him-
people, they're going to get sick.
Yes.
No, he would just
These
turn
are-
into a symbiote. That's it.
These
That's
are
all.
yes. the
Not even
regular
Hiromi's
people.
blood. I'm talking about anybody's blood.
Well, I got.
We are going to give someone a prion disease or something, or like
I-
something crazy.
What about ashes? I got ashes.
No. Wait,
We're
Ash.
gonna
Who's
use-
ashes?
We are going to do
My
some
brothers?
simple
No.
culinary
My brother.
sabotage.
What the fuck? Why are you still carrying that around, dude?
No, just simple.
Maybe
I
we
was
should
like,
just
I do.
Bring
I
it back
carry this
down.
stuff.
We just
We're
simple.
going to-
Yes.
culinary sabotage without any bodily fluids or remnants or anything.
What about rat
Just-
droppings? Because I could
Still
talk
not
to
a
the
food.
rats
Still not a
and get the
food.
rats to shit in his food.
Who said that? Did Archie say that?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to slap Archie on the back of the head.
You can try.
What about?
Roll an attack roll, an armed strike.
Oh my God, Warden's on. It's been a while, but I used to give him the back of the head slaps
Little
all
wallop.
the time.
I misses. You
The Gibb
fucker.
slap for any
We've-
other NCIS fans.
Fucking Archie.
Sorry,
Say
Gibb
it.
What about-
Fuck you.
Does a little matrix.
It's
I
too
got-
expected.
I got a Kinku's blood. We can give him bird
We are not
flu.
doing. Okay. The discussion.
Yeah.
I am about to end this now. No
Ooh,
blood.
Kinku's
I
blood
agree
is an
with-
old. What was that guy's
I agree
name?
with.
Oh
Lucan.
I
yeah.
don't have that.
Lucan.
Lucan. I don't remember the player's name. We had
Lorelai's
somebody in
still
their group for
walking.
like a couple weeks when I
What the
started.
Started
fuck is?
walking away.
It's,
Forgot about
Holy
it.
shit,
Yeah,
that
no,
was like
okay.
from years ago.
Yeah.
And I got Gloomstalker blood.
you all no bodily fluids at all. Nothing
Lorelai's
that would
halfway
make a
across the
normal
room. What about a toenail?
individual
The
sick.
room.
That's
just
a
trying to
toenail
ruin
is
the
a
taste.
bodily solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You said no bodily fluids. Ishka said, "What
Yep.
about a toenail? That's
remnants.
a bodily solid." Oh,
There
I
you
said,
go.
or remnants of bodies. Toenail
Oh.
is a remnant of body.
Oh.
Lorelai's almost to the door of number 42.
I
Before you
remember.
do that,
Do you guys
She's
remember
having
last
that
week
age.
when Warden was starting to get a little like mischievous himself, and we're all like, "Oh, it's because Lorelai's not here to help like keep him
Now
in
look-
check."
Oh, now look at him.
Yeah, he's right back into it. The lines have been
That's
drawn
how it's always
again.
been. That's how it's always been.
That's so funny. And my last character was such a pushover too.
Okay, if all of you weren't so fucking ridiculous, then it wouldn't
It's
be
true.
She's like a
Um,
tether to me. No.
What a great combination.
How did
So-
my monk that I
Mhm.
played, my Tabaxi monk that I played before I'd ever played with Rob in those heists that we did, end up having like the same personality as Warden?
Yep.
It's a tobacco.
I don't
monk.
fucking believe it.
Yep.
I don't believe you. I don't.
I
believe
went
that
in
you could
thinking this was
ever
going to
have
be a
personality
chaotic
like Warden.
character. We're doing it, not the exact same, but like he ended up being like the long-suffering dad of the group of like guys, like get your shit together.
To be
Yep.
fair, by the end of it, though, you were like, he's just drunk and doesn't give a fuck anymore. You let the chaos raid. You
Yep.
gave in. You're like, fuck it. Warden is
And
just
then
like
we
a
got
brick wall.
captured.
Yeah.
Warden's only a brick wall when Lorelai's around.
Judd.
clearly.
Is it Judd? Yeah, Judd.
Judd, yeah.
Yep.
Good
I
memory.
fucking
Like,
I
Judd,
pray to
Judd.
God that this fucking character is gay. So me, Caleb, and Archie have to go in and take care of it.
It's gonna be so
What if
good.
he's into the intimidating type? Like,
You know,
That
at this
means I
point,
have to go.
I think we should
Now-
just.
no, he's rolling another dice. Stop asking things.
personality check.
You're the one
Or
who
he-
said it.
Species.
Or he might be into
just-
Dragonborns, or
You know what I want to leave behind? I want to leave behind the people that want to put blood or toenails and rat droppings in this food. I think
Which is
those are
everybody but me and Hiromi.
and
I will
Samaris.
actually do it. Gosh.
Can you
We got
be any
this.
more convincing? Can you just try?
Me?
Yes, you.
Lorelai's like the only one I listen to, so if she says not to do it, I won't do it.
Thanks. Good
You
judgment.
can roll an
Okay,
insight
I'll
check.
just I'll go fuck myself.
I feel like she humors Lorelai more so than like listens to Lorelai.
No, she humors
like
Warden
that.
and listens to Lorelai. And she
Correct.
Okay, I knock on the door.
Who's going where? What's the plan?
You're all just crowded at the
Yeah.
door. You're all just
Yeah.
crowded and
What
standing
the fuck
what is
behind.
going on right
We
now?
had groups.
On her
Who
way,
all
though,
is going?
she
I
takes
do
her
feel
wand
like it
of
should be
smiles and
Not 8 people.
You're gonna make yourself smile. That's kind of
Yeah.
fucked up.
yeah,
Glance at your smile and I'm
Roll a
like, no,
deception check, Samaris, for your smile.
Does she get advantage at least because she's using the wand?
Oh, using the wand of smiles on yourself?
yeah.
Still go ahead and roll a deception check, because it's even like, it's just, if you're okay with that, I'm just having fun with it.
advantage?
If
I'm just
With advantage?
curious.
I'm gonna I'll let Megan decide how she wants it, because I love the idea of Samaris not being a smiler and still forcing him however.
I mean, I feel like a forced smile is kind of just it's the same. It's just helping her keep it up. So I'm just gonna give it a straight roll.
Yeah, to be fair, I feel like the wand of smiles produces like creepy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set the scene for you guys.
Vibes.
As
But-
Samaris is just smiling, Lorelai goes to knock on the door and turns around, and everyone's crowding behind her. So
Right.
Back. Get out of here. He's gonna
what does everyone do? What is, like, do people leave? Like, what's going on? Like,
Should I stay though, since I'm gonna do
Yes,
the?
you're doing
okay.
you have a purpose here.
I
You're doing
think,
a secret.
and then maybe one
is here?
one boy,
One boy.
just in
You
case.
want me?
Yeah,
Big-
I
no, I'm
trust
too
you to
scary.
not
No, go
put blood in
Caleb.
things.
Go, Caleb.
Alright.
Maybe he's
Oh,
not
okay.
a furry.
I'm too looming. I'm
Okay.
too. Yeah,
Yes.
Caleb, go.
Caleb, promise not to put blood in stuff.
I won't put blood anything.
Hey, what's wrong?
It's my blood.
I have a really good passive perception. He can't get past me.
this is very
Nate, what's
inappropriate. This is so inappropriate.
Well, now you have to say it.
No.
Oh.
You guys, it's so inappropriate. You guys are like talking about like who, what they're gonna like or whatever, and I've been like in my mind of like what's gonna answer the door, and I was like, it's gonna be 5
no.
black dragonborn, and I just thought of the connotation of
Right,
it.
I'm leaving.
Hell yeah.
Yes. All right, Warden, get in there. Be the
Yeah, or
Oh, come on.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's so funny.
There's a little tiny
You
couch
ordered a
inside.
package.
We're here to deliver the package. Yeah,
Oh,
and
man.
the music start.
Kano keeps getting raunchy, and I love it.
So funny.
Snowkeep is weird, man.
You know
Last
what?
time-
You guys got this. I'm gonna head out.
The last time I
Oh.
got flirted with, I nearly burnt down Goldenfield. So I'm not going to do that again.
All right. So who opens the door to Caleb and Samaris and Lorelai?
Funny enough, though, it's definitely a dragonborn, but it's a red dragonborn. You knock, and it takes for a few minutes, or I say a few minutes, a few seconds. The door opens up, and there's this huge red dragonborn. Looks like an adventurer. He is like battle scars. It's a man, and like he's got a big old battle axe on the back, and he's just like filling the doorway. Like it's one of those dragonborns, so it sometimes can be depicted as like the very heavy, almost more draconic than person, like huge head, big tail dragging out behind him. What do you want?
Lorelai goes like full like looks him up and down, like tall drink of water, looks him up and down, and said, "Well, excuse me, I was hoping to talk to the chef, but maybe I'd rather talk to you."
What do you want?
Damn it. Okay.
The smell coming out of there is very beautiful. Like I say beautiful, very, very lovely. And as he's standing there, you notice more figures come up. Another one is a elf, slender female with a bow on her back and has kind of like forest green on, but it's like a beautiful cloak going off the back. And she kind of comes up though, flicking at her dagger herself. It's like, what we've got going on here? Oh, pretty face. Hello. Hi. And then you see in the background, there's more, like you're seeing a lot in this room, right? There's definitely a kitchen set up in this big expanse of things. There's things like, kind of seems like there's not much cooking, but things are keeping fresh and beyond it. You do see a gnome like going back and forth. It's like, no time for anything right now. We're busy. We're on a big day tomorrow. And he's kind of bouncing around. And so then you also see a half orc kind of walk up with a monk, right? I'm just going to keep all the descriptions in, but essentially a venturing party now is crowding up against the doorway.
Interesting. We are huge fans of the chef. It's been a while since I've been down to Baldur's Gate, but we're so excited to compete with him. We're in the competition tomorrow, and she's just going to kind of like, gush effusively a little bit and like, just be like, we were so hoping to meet him and maybe exchange some, playful, some tips and stuff like that. I've got some, yeah, she's just going to kind of like
And it
play
smells
off very
delicious.
casual.
And it smells delicious.
Yes.
Maris is just like nodding with what she's saying. Just...
Go and roll persuasion check. Advantage. Because everyone's helping.
With advantage?
Yeah, because everyone's trying to help.
My beautiful smile.
I should make you roll disadvantage. So Maris is terrifying, but she rolled a good deception check earlier.
33.
33.
That's pretty good.
And like the ranger elf kind of like slides up and she like leans into it. It's like, oh, you're fans of NetBest, eh? Oh, you're contesting tomorrow. Oh, that's wonderful. And what are you guys making?
Oh, well, we don't want to give too much away, but let's just say that we hunted down a very impressive beastie that was, giving the locals a really hard time. So I'm sure you'll be impressed with our monstrosity. And she's gonna kind of like give a wink, drop a hint, like kind of just keeping it really playful. But not trying to like, not trying to like guard her secrets because she's aware that we are here, where they're cooking stuff, right? She's trying to like give some.
You're right, secrets. I hope you guys are ready for tomorrow. We have our chef is one of the best.
I know.
That's what we heard.
He is. His name is renowned across the Swords Coast.
And who's your chef? Who's your leading contestant? Have we heard of you?
Well, no, we're actually very lucky to have, in addition to, I'm sure you could tell we're not your typical cooks in the kitchen, but we're lucky that between all of us, we're able to scrounge up a little bit of culinary talent. Mostly my friend Warden has a great deal of survival experience.
Oh, you're gonna bring in some rural food into it? What's the term for that? Chef, what is the term for people who just kind of do game and such? Not chefs, I'll tell you that much.
Lorelai's gonna like laugh really pleasantly, like just like uh you know as if they didn't just take a dig at us, just like being like, oh, I love it, I love it. The you know um oh, fuck, what was the word I was just gonna say? Rustic. I believe they're calling it rustic these days, very trendy.
You guys doing farm to table? That is very popular.
It is as locally sourced as you could possibly imagine.
Well, you're talking such pretty words. I'll let it slip that the chef has made. Where did you get your milk from? I don't want to be sharing too much more with him. Oh, it'll be fine,
We were
Nebez.
just hoping. We were just hoping to come in and meet him.
Oh no. And like they kind of like just loom in.
Oh, okay.
Well,
We
we like to watch like how he cooks because we're very intrigued of all the stories we hear about his cooking.
Mm-hmm. And can we come and see where you're cooking your meal for the contestants?
Sure.
Contestants tomorrow?
Yeah, you want to visit us on
You
our
are
ship?
you are
Sure.
more welcome to come see and watch.
Mm-hmm. And where are you cooking? Do you have a room here?
We have a room here, but we're actually cooking on the ship that we're currently using to travel the astral seas.
Ooh, fancy. The astral seas. And you all want to come in and watch the chef cook?
We didn't really want to watch. We wanted to just meet him, shake his hand, and say hello and introduce ourselves. It felt like it's polite, to meet your competition. And honestly, he's just got it's always impressive to meet a celebrity chef. We were excited.
Right. I mean, what else? A celebrity chef. We would love to watch him cook.
And
And
I
you-
mean, sometimes people don't live up to their reputations. So, I mean, they didn't believe me, but I said, I don't think this guy's, worth what everyone says he is. And they wanted to prove me wrong. So,
And this couldn't wait till tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow is the competition.
And we'll all be there, and you can be able to meet the chef then.
Right, but no offense. Tomorrow we're going to be in competition mode, right? I'm not going to be want to, exchange friendly chit chat as we're like, getting ready to beat you all. I think this is more. It's more of a time. Today's a casual day. We're just doing last minute preparations. Much better to just make some friends before the rivalry hits.
What's very... you all seem like lovely people. Very lovely.
We are.
Have you heard what happened to the other groups? And why it's a little suspicious that you would want to come into our kitchen while we're
What happened
cooking?
to the other groups?
They've been poisoned.
What?
Mhm.
Really?
Oh, yes, they're all sick. Somebody has
Are they getting
sabotaged them. Yes, they have been sabotaged. So I apologize if it's a little suspicious that one of the contestants would want to come into our kitchen the night before.
I mean, we've been gone. We got back an hour ago from
And
hunting this
speaking of
beast down. When I say
suspicious,
local, I
all
meant
the other
local.
all the other groups are
Oh.
sick, but you all?
But yours, interesting, isn't it?
It is interesting, isn't it? You notice how we keep a good... And he kind of like she pats like the big dragon board on the back. We have a good guards.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to roll an insight check, Samaris.
That's clever. And you've been here this whole time?
Keeping an eye on things.
17.
Oh.
Incredible talent.
Yeah, they poisoned the other contestants. At least that's your insight into it, because I rolled a nat one.
Okay, let's just kill him.
That is
Fuck it.
Samaris. And when they say poison, like they've made everyone sick. So
Yeah.
Okay, so what did they say that was like the lie? What was the
That they've been there guarding us all
it,
day.
Yeah.
you don't know necessarily it's a lie, or like the air of it, the smugness and such. Yeah, when they said we've been here all day, you're like, that's a load of bullshit.
I think she steps up, kind of into the Dragonborn, like towers
Boy.
over her, I'm sure. But her little tiny form steps up close to him, so she's like really close and like looks up at him. I smell a liar. Don't you, Laurel?
You know, my culinary nose has been getting much better. I think you're right. I do smell just a hint of deceit around here.
I don't smell a thing other than this food.
Now, don't get me wrong. You know, I'm not saying that,
Actually,
you shouldn't try your best to win over the competition, but poisoning, that's just poor sportsmanship.
You're saying that we poisoned somebody? Wow, that is an accusation, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I wasn't the first to make the accusation. You can ask anyone. We've been gone all day, and you were here accusing us.
I didn't accuse you. I am playing it safe. I don't know you. You don't know us. Why would you
Of course
come?
not.
But you just happened to be knocking on the door. Sorry.
Yeah, of course. Did you miss the part where you have a celebrity chef in your midst? Do people not seek out celebrities to, admire their skill and want to meet them because it's interesting and cool?
Show
When's
me
the last time you've been in like a normal village?
Show me the autograph you got from Chef Group. If you like celebrity chefs so much and you've met him, obviously you got his autograph, right?
Wait, who is she talking about?
The main.
Oh, you weren't
No,
here
like-
in that session.
No, Lorelai's been interacting with a group, Chef Group, the goblin.
The guy who's like running the competition.
Mention his tacos.
And that's
Oh, she's actually gonna make
goblin
make
dogs.
a little joke instead. I don't know if you've met that chef, but when I was in his kitchen to try and meet him, he put me to work immediately, and I was only barely able to escape with my life. I was cutting up some cocks for the better part of 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll pull her sleeves back to show like the fact that her, while cleaned, she's clearly been like, working in some butchery situations.
And what's one of your favorite recipes that you seem to love celebrity chefs so much?
And can Lorelai make a history check?
I quizzed
with
her
me?
on
'Cause
this.
You did actually. That's right. You
I
did.
rolled for the.
Can I make
for
it with
the-
advantage because of that?
100%.
I can
Thank you,
say I
Courtney.
really like his cock dogs.
Shut the fuck up.
I think they
To
were
be
called
fair to
cock dogs,
Calum, she is asking
Hot
about
dogs.
Chef Droop, but you guys
It's
have a
true.
Chef Nebest book. But 22, you do know
So
at least
I
one
got
of the
a 20
recipes out of, I don't have a name for any of the recipes, but you definitely know one of his recipes from Chef Nebest's book.
Yeah, I got a 22 on that. And is it fair to say that like having just spent time in Chef Goop's kitchen when he was cooking all this stuff up and they're like yelling at people to do stuff, I could have like picked up information about the type of food he cooks?
You would definitely know one of the recipes. You would know about the cock dog. Like Caleb, he's like, I like the cock dog.
His cock
Yep.
dog is pretty legendary. But I was more
Nice
interested
taco.
in blah 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 recipe of Chef Nesbitt's. It's pretty well renowned, and I read
Wait,
about the recipe
wait.
in a book.
Wait. And you hear him like, what's a cock dog?
Oh, you've got to hear about the cock dog. And Laura,
Wait, whoa, Lorelai, wait.
oh yeah,
They haven't heard of the cock dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not real. You don't have no. Nope. Chef Troop would not have shared his recipe with you all. Nope. Not nobody's off the
did.
streets. Like that, you have now gotten the
know we're
Chef
nobodies.
Nebes. He's kind of walked over.
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, it's so great to meet you. You wouldn't know that we aren't nobodies if you take the time to meet us.
Hmm. Okay, so where do you cook? Where's your
Like I
restaurant?
said, we're not chefs. We're adventurers.
So then why would I know of you?
I mean, she looks
You're a
around at the
celebrity.
obvious troop of adventurers around here.
No,
Um,
I don't. No one cares if you're Adventurers, where do you cook? Where would you practice your cuisine?
Why are you asking?
The only place that I've recently cooked in was Chef Goop's kitchen an hour ago.
You think that
Since then,
Chef Droop would care about some adventurers and just share his recipe with them? No, 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 no. Only the practiced, only the masterful of the culinary would be able to get a glimpse into such a recipe.
So then how do you
Lorelai
make a cock dog? Sorry.
I don't know. How
No,
do you
never
make a
know.
cock dog?
Well,
Mm.
if his recipe is as special as you say, then I'm certainly not going to be sharing it with, as you said, a nobody.
Prove to me that Chef Droop has shared his recipe of the cock dog with you.
Smell her hands.
I'm
Prove
gonna-
that
like
you're
cock.
worthy.
Did you wash your hands after you made that cock dog? Or cock?
Of course, I washed my hands.
Oh.
Thank you for being honest with me. I was like, Lorelai would 100% wash her hands, in my
She
opinion.
has,
No way.
yeah, she has
That's why I said when
mending.
she rolled up her sleeve, she clearly she's clean, but she's
not mending.
clearly been
Just-
working in a kitchen. Like you when you've been working in a kitchen. I don't know if you guys have
Smell
held
like it.
long stints in professional kitchens,
Mm-hmm.
but your whole it shows up all over.
Yep. I know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna say, well, unfortunately, we've reached a stalemate. I'm not gonna share this wonderful recipe with you because
Because you don't know what it is. Knew it?
No.
You are not true
Because-
chefs or cooks.
Well, why don't
Because
you share
you-
your recipe?
Called us a nobody, and
You're doing
I
nothing to
have
prove me
no-
otherwise.
Why would I share his special recipe with you
Right.
out of a sense
That's-
of what misplaced pride or something? I know how great I am. I don't need to prove it to you. I'm not going to betray his confidence just like that because you wanted me to.
I don't remind you all that it seems that you have come to see me cook, a great chef. Am I right? Aren't
Of
you not a
course.
fan?
Of course,
Yes.
I was until, no offense, but until I met you, I was really excited to meet you and see you cook and everything. But it seems like,
I wasn't.
yeah, you know how they say never meet your idols, right? Never
Hmm.
live up to it.
Never
Yeah.
meet your competition, is what I'd like to say. Hmm.
Um,
Do you
Could
do you even know how valuable that book is?
of course. Could I?
A+ quality. We're not giving anything away. Tomorrow, we're bringing it all. We're bringing all the stops.
Hey Nate,
Mhm.
could I? I'd like to do something. I'd like to try something. So
Don't get us arrested, please.
I don't use this often, but as an arcane trickster, I do have Mage Hand Ledger Domain, the invisible, unsensible Mage Hand. I would like to.
Well, it's definitely invisible, but can you cast it without using
here's
any of
what
the
I was gonna-
components? That's the big question.
Let me see.
Because I don't know what they've done with the new version. If they've, or not that I even remembered all the exact details of the old one. I know it is invisible and like cast it as a bonus action, but they're still casting it, right? That unless it says something like you can cast it without components, it's different. It's still casting a spell.
So I was playing my goal that I was going to do is while Samaris or Calum is needling them, once it became clear that this was like kind of not, this was turning like a little sour, and like we've all kind of been rotating who's been kind of talking and stuff like that. When one of the others have the spotlight, she's gonna try and like do one of those like turn around, cough into her elbow thing, and try and cast.
Please know that I try and make it very clear that when I do spells, it's like it's not like I cast Mage Hand. It's I cast Mage Hand. It's like, and you're using you're using somatic, so you're actually using your hands and such. I do that because it gives a lot more value to like the sorcerer subtle spell and such. Like there's features and stuff built for that. And also, like, not that I know you're reacting to it, but if you had cast it ahead of time and it was there, you
I know,
know,
yeah.
maybe it could have
I
slipped
never
it
think
in.
to have it out.
Yeah, I'm
You
sorry,
know what I
but
can do though? Wait,
mhm.
you know what I can do? When they're all turned towards me, that I can do without any components?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Because she's already summoned, I can poof Amber out of her pocket dimension.
Oh,
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 It,
Time
yeah.
poop.
them.
and poop in the
yeah.
recipe.
What?
No,
What?
it's
Uh,
what is Whiskey cooking?
Honestly, fuck these guys. Like, dude,
Yeah, they
Fuck
point.
this.
You
Fuck.
can live
Sorry,
for
Fuck
the
this.
objective audience. You guys are going in there to poison and sabotage their stuff, and you're like, "Fuck them." I love you guys so much.
Well, okay, it went from like this maybe nice cook that we were
I know.
gonna meet to this fucking dickhead.
If
So
you
fuck
Total
this.
dick.
if you puff it in there, you can do it. It would be still a stealth check on her behalf, but advantage.
Okay.
Which she might
Yeah,
even
so
already
I would
have it
puff
because
it.
she's an owl. But yeah, you can definitely do it.
Yeah. So I would puff Amber.
I remember
as
in this
far-
instance, the first one to your target DC is a 15. And then the more time she spends in there, then they would be rolling perception checks. That's how like technically
right.
it would flow. But
Totally fine.
Mhm.
I would puff her into like the furthest corner, that I can see because I have to be able to see it. And I think it's like
Mhm.
100 feet or something like that. Into the furthest corner under a table or something in an attempt to make it less obvious, right? I don't know if that would like lower the DC or anything like that, but that's what I'm.
the DC is still going to be a
doing
pretty strict 15 because that's like just the
Okay.
hard rules for it. But you will have advantage on it for sure
Okay, let me see.
because of all the scenarios.
This is a tough roll. You said advantage.
Mm-hmm. DC 15.
Thank God, 21.
Very good.
Ooh.
So yeah, while they're all kind of focused, then even the chef now too, he's come up.
I waited until he came over. Yeah.
Yeah. So now in the background.
Shit in the pot.
It's been a
Yeah,
while.
so
She's
And I'm
kind of
gonna-
looking around.
I'm gonna direct her to like fly over, like as we're talking and like bantering and stuff, and we got his attention and stuff. Can I like glance over and see if they're like what the setup is like? I feel like it'd be too obvious for me to use her eyes because I would go pretty still. So I'm not gonna do that. But
Yeah, from your perspective, excuse me, there's the food is cooked, but it's like kind of being kept warm, like in a slow, like certain
Sure.
things are in like a slow thing. There seems to be some sort of magic involved of trying to preserve it, like instead of a fridge. In this case, they're like trying like what's the gentle repose, but on food, kind of vibe.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's like pots
warm
out and
setting.
such. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like there's
Keep pots
like
and
all the main ingredients are finished cooking, but they haven't put them together, and they're just like keeping it all ready for the next day. But
Is
you
there
see
a
pasta.
spice rack? Is there a spice rack nearby?
There is. Oh yeah, there is. yeah,
Yeah, I
there's,
assume there'd be a spice rack.
yeah.
Um,
Well, let me say
so
this:
is it pasta?
there's a little bit of a spice rack, but what would catch your eye is this very kind of obvious. It almost looks like red pepper from where you are. And I would like you to roll a perception check for more information, but this would definitely catch your eye. Because what you're mostly doing here is like trying to read the fine print on it. 17.
18.
18.
I didn't. 18 if it's me. 20 if it's Amber.
It is you because you said you weren't going to look through their eyes. So 18. What you see on the label is Cholton Death Spice, and I'm not even making that up. That is actually an ingredient in their food. Cholton
Wow.
Death Spice.
Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
one of these containers. You said there's a pasta. There's a what else?
There's a pasta. You see what we would call some sort of cheesecake with some sort of some sort of jelly jam on the side. Looks like it's going to be added to it. And there's some sort of meat. You guys would definitely get some sort of seafoody calamari kind of smell from the meat in there that's been kind of sizzling. And that seems to have been seasoned with the death spice. And there's also some bread, little puffs that are kind of very golden and buttery looking.
Okay. I'm diabolical, so I'm gonna dump
Dump
it.
it on everything.
Well, I was gonna because I want this. I'm aiming for maximum humiliation. So I want that first part, the pasta, calamari, whatever. I want that to go well, and then in this cheesecake is gonna be so
Oh.
disgustingly spicy,
Yeah.
you guys.
So let's just put in
So
perspective,
funny.
right? So it's all done, right? So if you
So the
can do
jam
it,
then was supposed to go.
yeah. So like
The
you
jam
can
is gonna go in the
sprinkle it,
cheesecake, right?
or they're gonna do something with it, right? They're gonna do something. It looks like it's going to the cheesecake in some way. So like you can do it, but they are trained chefs. So like imagine if you walked past your cheesecake you left all night and there's flakes all over it, right?
Something. Yep.
So
Right. Yeah.
there is
That's
some
why I'm
subtlety
thinking-
here depending on how you want to go about it.
So that's why I'm thinking like the jam is usually dark colored, and she would dump a ton in and stir it. So that way there were
You're giving Amber a lot of dexterity here.
It's
So
familiar.
and yeah, and a lot of leeway of what she's capable of, right? You know, she's wings and such. You can try, but she's also going to have to do this. Continue. They didn't notice her appear. You'll have to be doing sleight of hand checks and stuff to try and do without it being noticed. And then the sleight of hand on top of it, there will be a dex check to try and get it in, and like her to, you know, with her beak, get this thing open, not hurt her of the Cholton death spice. You know, like I'm imagining an owl trying to do this.
Oh, I
you
was
know.
not think that's really complicated.
Okay.
Totally
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
What she was just going to use a talon to poke a hole in the bottom of the thing, because that's way more subtle and easier for her to do, and then just hold it over the container, shake, and then with one clawed talon, if there's a spoon, a ladle or some spoon in there, just like a quick stir or something.
I mean, that still kind of goes into to me how complicated that is. You know, that's her
Okay.
doing that without them noticing. I'm not saying she can't do it, right? But
Sure.
that's
It's
break. It's like she's literally using an attack roll, kind of, to poke a hole in it. Because I was imagining, just so you know, I'm imagining what we would use as a spice thing. There's no like soft thing here. Hard top, grind, shake it out. So it's like it's glass, right?
Yeah, that's true. I was imagining one of those like plastic McCormick things that's like,
Yeah.
like you could easily
So
pierce
I'm
knife through.
hoping I'm not trying to like game you out of it, but it is complicated, right? It is complicated
no,
to get
I
an
totally get
owl
it.
familiar to do this, right? So you can. I'll say this: it's like there's a good chance something's going to happen, right, with it in their dishes, right?
I
So-
will say I think it'd be more impactful in the main dish though, because they could just leave the jelly off if they like taste it before.
That's true.
You do know, like you would know, it's like recipes are finely balanced, and they're using something called Cholton Dev spice on what seems to have
dump
been
that
used
shit
on the
in.
meat. On the meat,
Yeah, and it's on the meat already.
Could if it's like capsaicin, yeah, dump that shit on, because that can get too much too quick.
And that's more realistic too.
Yeah.
Okay. I will try and do that. I will try and. So you said it's going to be a dex check?
yeah, and she doesn't have to poke a hole in it, right? She can just literally if all you're trying to do is shake it out, right? Yeah, so she's gonna grab it with her talon and try and do it. So it'll be a dex check.
Okay. Okay. That would be an 8.
Go ahead and give me another stealth roll for me. And I'll tell you how this is playing out.
Yeah, because like she could fail to do it and still not be noticed. Okay, that's better. 15.
15. Yeah. So I like to imagine the rest of you though that are standing at the door are seeing this play out too. And you're all like, they start talking. You guys see like Amber pop up and like hop on the door, go over and like grab the Cholton Dev spice, and it's trying to like it's like going on the table but not getting on it. It's like this kind of big and awkward, and she's just like getting a little frustrated. But with that check, you have another try at it with the 15 stealth.
Okay.
She's just like,
I will try one more time before popping out.
I'm gonna let you know, if you roll a nat 1, she's gonna accidentally hit herself with it, and the Jolton Death Spice is gonna make her disappear, essentially. But that's a nat 1. That's a nat 1.
Mhm.
Don't tempt me, Nate.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And so, like, let's just say you do see a little bit of it get on her. It's not going to make her poof away, but it is like, you can tell she gets like her feathers like fluff a little bit, and more of it goes like kind of flying over onto the table. It's obvious it's been kind of all over the table, but now I'm going to make another stealth check to see if she can keep trying. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Oh.
What's the
9.
total? 9.
Does she still have
no, sorry,
advantage?
11. Wait,
Oh,
does she
11.
still have advantage?
There was no advantage for her.
Well, yeah,
11.
I thought so. At least at first, because we were distracting.
Mhm.
With,
Well, it's like it's allowing her to make stealth rolls and even try. Does that make sense?
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
I just thought I remember.
But the
it was
DC was 10. The DC was 10 because it's like, hypothetically, it's not a hard thing to do. It's just difficult for this owl to do it. And so
Right.
the very last second, but I do want one
11.
more stealth roll here at the very second as she's doing it and you're trying to poof her out.
Oh, okay, 15.
Okay.
15. Oh my goodness. And you see like the dragonborn like, and kind of turn the last second, and she's gone. Like there's some death spice on the counter, but maybe it just spilled. Like it's like, look, I get knocked over. Maybe it just happened in the process. And
Yeah, because she would have had to drop it, so she would have dropped it on the counter right next,
Yeah.
next to it.
they kind of turn around and look behind, like, oh, nothing's going on.
Just the spice drop. It just, knocked over, whatever.
Oh my goodness. So yeah,
I'm so excited.
you're able to then pull it back. And yeah, so you guys are standing there. With the time, do you want to say you guys are kind of like, you know what, fuck you, and you guys just like part ways just to keep it
I think
simple.
we were trading parting shots.
Yeah, like
I think we were all just
barbs
kind of-
and jabs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's end there with Amber getting in there and messing with the Cholton Death Spice and potentially looks like overspicing whatever they were using on some sort of fishy meat in there. Oh my goodness.
I love how we were like, let's go poison these people, and then we learned that they poisoned people. and
like,
so
fuck
we
you
were like,
guys. I love you guys so much. I love it.
We could
So
probably
what you're
get these
saying-
guys in jail.
So we should have poisoned them to start off with.
It's almost like everybody sucks, and we should just accept that and assume
Yep.
that from the beginning.
I would say not assume death. Let's not assume death.
It's not death, just that everybody sucks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just overseas them with Cholton Death Spice. It'll be fine.
Yep.
That's what we call it. We
Nah.
have peppers called like the Reaper and stuff like Carolina Reaper. They're not actually killing.
To be
people.
fair, those
Or-
can't those some
Pretty
kinds
sure
of
that
those.
shit has killed people.
Yeah, like people can have heart attacks, right? I'm not
I thought
saying
the
that's
Have
throats
enough
close
of it.
up.
So
Your
something
dosing
like
is
that.
important.
I'm not gonna say what I just thought
We're
of.
gonna kill somebody. We're gonna...
Wait, I
Bring them
can
back?
bring them back.
Ooh, sorry.